Welcome back, everybody. It's Zombie Link DC here, and we're just gonna spend some time of me talking about ideas that I'm hoping they implement into the game Hunter Call of the Wild. It's there's 10 ideas that I'm hoping that they add at some point, or do something at least similar. And then there's also 3 bonus things that I'll add in at the end. So, 10 things I'm hoping that they will add. The first set is 3 items. The first 3 things on the list of 10 is new feeders that I'm hoping will be implemented at some point. I doubt one of them will be in it, but we will see. The first one would be like inland birds feeders. So like basically like black grouse, bob white quail, Eurasian woodcock, hazelgrass, ring-necked pheasant, western capercaillie, those type of birds. The ones that are like higher up and in the like fields and trees and stuff like that you have to shoot down while they're flying. Those ones. Second feeder, I'm hoping. I don't know if they'll do it, but I don't even know if they'll do any of these. These are ideas that I'm hoping for. Large bird feeder, so like turkeys and geese. That way you can create like a feeding zone, and then you put down a couple decoys, and then that should help bring them in a little bit more. But and then the third one is large plains and mountain animals, so like desert bighorn sheep and Rocky Mountain bighorn sheep, gray kangaroo, which is the biggest one on the list that I'm hoping for, because some of these sheep aren't on the feeders that we have now. Like there are some sheep and goats, but the Rocky Mountain bighorn and the desert bighorn aren't on there as well. But to add in more, so that way there's more animals to it, like pronghorn, mountain goat, Himalayan tahr, Barazinga, Bangtang. Those ones could be added to it. Those are 3 feeders that I'm hoping they add in, but I don't know if they will. And if anyone has any like questions or their own opinions, put them in the comments. It's fine. I'll read them and I'll comment back. These 3 ideas, or these 2 ideas, is my absolute favorite, and I've been saying it in comments on their live streams, and I put it down as ideas on their new site. I'm just hoping that they do new decoys. And the number 4 is like deer decoy, and I'm thinking, I don't know if they will, but there's like 3 variants of it, kind of like how there's different type of geese, but this time it's like not different type of deer, but it's like 3 different versions. So like small deer, a male and a female version for like musk deer, roe deer, stuff like that, and then the medium-sized deer for like mule, blacktail, whitetail, stuff like that. And then the large ones are like large elk, so like male elk, large female elk, and it'd work for like Rocky Mountain elk and the caribous and the red deer, stuff like that. This one's a little bit more simpler, hog decoys. I've seen an actual hog decoy in real life, which was pretty cool. But like they could do like 3 variants of it, similar to like the geese, where there's like one laying down, one eating, and one looking around. And like you can buy a set, and it's like similar to the turkeys, where you buy one and then it's one. Same with the deers. Deer decoys, you buy one and then it's one. Not where it's like geese, where you buy buy a set, and it's like 5 geese or 5 ducks. Let's see. I wrote it down somewhere. The next 3 ideas, 6, 7, and 8, is I'm hoping, these ones I'm really hoping for, is new dog variants. Number 6 is this one is my absolute favorite. Huskies. They add in husky type dogs. They're used for either sledding, like you can have a new vehicle for certain maps and use it as sled dogs. Like Yukon or Medved, other maps, stuff like snow maps, stuff like that. But that's if they can turn it into a vehicle. If not, huskies are used for hunting small game. So you let them loose and they'll catch and kill like squirrels, birds, smaller animals like raccoons, foxes. Like they get a hold of them and they can bring them back to you. So, and because they're a bigger dog, they can probably hold up bigger animals than just birds. Or they'll just, like, they could have it just so that they kill the animal and then they bark and then you go and you get it. But, like, there could be a timer where you can, what is it called? Like, you activate it and it'll kill only one animal and then you have to wait like 5 minutes. That'd be the small game hunting dog. 7 would be the digging dog, a beagle. Those, from YouTube videos I've seen and on nature documentaries, that for like hunting, you let them loose and they'll dig a little bit into like a burrow and start barking, and then like rabbits or other burrowing animals will like try to escape out of the other burrows. So like you can send it to one of the burrows and then you can wait by another one. Rabbit pops out, you blast it. Same thing. There should be like a time limit on how long you have to wait before you can reuse it. And like you should only be able to like use it maybe 2 or 3 times in the set of burrows before you have to like leave and then wait for the rabbits or whatnot to regenerate. This one I very much doubt they will add. This is number 8, Norwegian elk hound, or there's another one I can't remember, but they're massive, very massive dogs. They are used for hunting down and chasing bears or large elk. And what they do is they chase them and then pin them into a corner and bark and bark and bark. That way you can get close and shoot it. But there's a flaw. With these dogs, there's a chance that they can get hurt by the things they're chasing. So I'm thinking like they could have where there's a chance that the bear or the elk will fight back and hurt your dog. And then if it hurts your dog, then it'll be sent back to the kennel and then you have to wait a little bit to reuse it. Something like that. 9 is a new, like I personally think we get way too many weapon packs. But we haven't gotten a weapon pack in a while where it's one of each weapon per se. And there's one weapon I've been really hoping for that they add at some point, but they haven't. So I'm hoping that this is my idea of like a weapon pack. I don't know if they'll ever make any of these weapons, but a rifle that does classes 1 through 3, because I know there's a rifle that does 4 through 9, and I'm pretty sure that's a 7mm. Now, if they make a rifle that does 1 through 3, there's a chance that you can only, like, if they do that, then you can only, like, you can use those 2 weapons, the one that does 1 through 3 and then the 7mm, and that's all you need. You can cross between all of them, 1 through 9. A new shotgun that like holds 8 to 10 rounds, and that has a more rapid fire shot. A new handgun that looks like an old style, like the 1800s cowboys revolvers, one of those. Like it does classes like 2 to 6 or something, or 1 to 6, something like that. And then like we definitely need like a new bow or crossbow, but I'm hoping for like a new crossbow that does like that holds like 6 rounds, and instead of like a slow reload, it has like a more faster reload. But and then 10 is we need game cams. I'm pretty sure like everyone agrees with me on this. Like you need game cams just to, like, you could set it up for like an area where it's like you can have a feeder there and then a game cam not too far attached to a tree, and you can just monitor it. And then you can have a tent that's like 300 yards away, maybe 400, and just slowly walk up. That way you can get to them without them freaking out. Hey, Yuki. Sorry, talking to my cat. Alright. But I'm not sure exactly how game cams work. But then like there can also be like proximity alerts where if there's a beaver nearby or something like that, it can alert you so that way you can go there and stop the beavers before they tear down your stuff. And then the 3 bonus things I'm thinking of, and I'm pretty sure one of them's gonna happen, but it's 3 ideas that I have that are for like new maps, and the first one is definitely one that's more than likely gonna happen. I'm pretty sure they're interested in it, at least. Africa 2.0, where it's like in northern Africa, close to like the Nile. And I'm hoping that like if they do it, at least some of these animals will be there, like leopard, cheetah, hippo, hyena, baboon, greater kudu, since we already have the lesser kudu, black wildebeest, Nile crocodile, rhino, elephant. But get this, I'm hoping that they add in a new trophy lodge where like there's not just mounted trophies on the inside. There can be a backyard that you can go to that has mounts for like the larger animals, like the hippo, rhino, elephant. You can also use like the buffalo and bison, and like the more larger animals that are like size 8 and 9 can fit there. I'm pretty sure, not 100% sure, it's more or less like a 80% sure hopefulness that they're going to do an Africa 2.0, because there's a lot of space for Africa, and they've been focusing a lot on North America and Europe. I think they need to focus a little bit more on like South America, Africa, Australia, like the lower parts of the world. Which, to that end, second map I'm hoping that they add at some point is in the Amazon map. Like in the Amazon where it's like very dense jungle, so it's hard to use tripods and stuff. Like there'll be spots where you can use it, but it'd be very similar to like Mississippi, but more dense. And I'm hoping that there'd be like animals like anaconda, black caiman, anteater, capybara. So those would be like the new animals. But then like they could bring back the collared peccary, cinnamon teal, water buffalo, jaguar would be new. And then mule deer, black buck, and then other animals. Which that would be a very, very interesting map. And then the last bonus one is I'm very, very, very much hoping that they do an Arctic Northern Canada map where there's like snow foxes, snow hares, Arctic wolf, and polar bears and walruses and other newer things, but then like it'd still have like gray wolves, moose, grizzly bears, woodland caribou, Canada geese, harlequin ducks, stuff like that. So it'd be very kind of similar to Yukon, but like less of the animals. Like they can do some, like half of those animals, and then. But I don't know. Those are ideas and hopes that will. I'm hoping at least some of these end up in the game. Not all of them, but at least some. Other things I'm always hopeful for in this game is that they go back and edit like some of the older maps because they definitely need to be updated. Like Light and Lake, they could put in like another set of ducks there. I'm pretty sure there's like another set of ducks in, around that region, and like they can put in beavers. There's only one map for beavers, but they can add in beavers to like other maps. Like there's like the New England Mountains. One second. Beavers and Canadian geese should be added into those maps, into that map at least, because I live close to that region, and there's a lot of geese hunting in that region. Hirschfelden should be updated. Like they should add in more animals, and it's like personally, I think they should do like a big free update that would like updates the graphics on the older maps, like Hirschfelden, Leighton Lake, Medved, Africa, Parquet. Like the first 5-6 maps should really need to get graphically a little bit better updates on the foliage and stuff. I don't know. Like that's just in my opinion. They should add in some of the newer animals to maps that should already have them. Beavers definitely need to be added to certain maps. But I don't know. These are just ideas I'm hoping that they add, or something similar at least. But I don't know. I love this game. I've been playing it since it started, basically 2017. Bought it a couple months after it came out on the Xbox. Been playing it since. Literally, it took me 2 years to get my first diamond. But I don't know what they did this year, but one of the updates, there's a lot more diamonds than before. So, because last year I had 10. The end of last year in December, and then now it's been like 4, 5, almost 5 months, and I've already gotten 11 new ones. So I don't know if they like updated it to fix the console versions, but I know they focus a little. I have a feeling they focus on a little bit more on PC, but that doesn't bother me. I still love the game. Always hoping that they'll do cross-platform for PC and consoles, but I don't think it'll happen. I think the closest that could happen to that is if they made like a new version for the game for the newer consoles and they redid the engine. Then they'd have to like restart everything over, do a couple maps, which I wouldn't mind. I'd pay for it. I'd rebuy the game and rebuy all the maps just for the chance to do cross-platform between PC and consoles. Because I have a bunch of friends that play the PC version that don't play consoles, but that's okay. And if anyone wants to like leave comments on like ideas that they think would be cool in the game, I wouldn't mind replying back to those and hearing other people's ideas. Like my wife has an idea for, she's hoping they do a second map for Australia where it has like wallabies, red kangaroos, what else did she say? The wild dog population. Those would be interesting. Like the feral dogs, dingoes. That's what they're called. And then more wild pigs because they have a lot of feral pigs, feral cats, feral pigs, feral cats, feral dogs, dingoes. A lot of those animals are decimated in Australia, from what I know. And by feral cats, I mean actual like cats, like house cats, but they're like feral, so they're like outside cats. I believe people can still have pets, but they have to be, if I remember what I read at least, they have to be fixed and they have to stay indoors. Because kitty cats are one of the leading causes for a lot of birds being wiped out if they're outdoor kitties. They have a very high catch and kill ratio. From what I've read and watched on documentaries, at least. I'm hoping for the first 3 maps that I suggested, but I wouldn't mind the second Australia map. And it'd be cool if they added like a defensiveness for kangaroos where they can fight back, because those things will harm you if you get too close. Very much so. Oh, and 3 other animals that could be added to the maps that I suggested, at least 2 of them. And 1 animal that could potentially be added to the map my wife is hoping for. So the Africa one, they could always add in ostriches. Those would be cool to hunt down. I believe we are allowed to hunt those. South America could be cassowaries. Those do a lot of damage. They actually have a killing claw, if I remember correctly. What was in Australia? Emus. Emus are in Australia. Those could be added to a second Australia map. But they definitely need to update a few things. definitely need to slow down on the guns, the gun DLCs though. I don't mind gun DLCs, but they need to slow it down at least one a year, and like focus on other things like more feeders or decoys or other things like new sprays. Um, the fox collar thing where you place it down. That I always thought it'd be cool if they could update it where you can have two of them and you can spread them out. That way, there's a bigger range for animals to be drawn in. Like you can put one like 200 yards to your left and then 200 yards to your right. They're distance enough where they can draw in more animals, which would be cool. But either way, like in the video I'm doing right now, I'm trying to get a diamond mallard. I would love to get one of these. I think I get close. I think I'm like 1 point off. Not like 1 point off, but like I get a high 18, and it's supposed to be like a high 19, I think, for a mallard. Because I have a total of 21 diamonds on Xbox. And if anyone has actually suggestions for that, I'd very much appreciate it. For trying to get more diamonds. Like, I know what to do. I'm just more of not a walk around slowly and hunt type. I'm more of like place down traps, not traps, decoys and food and collars and wait. I love doing that. So but yeah, I'm collecting the ducks now, so the video's almost over. I'm pretty sure I end up. It should be near the end where I end up with a level or like a 18-pointer mallard. So yeah, it's getting close. So close to getting diamond, but I'm gonna keep trying. So I will be streaming soon. I don't know if I'm gonna stream the rest during the week of vacation with my kids, but I definitely will get back into streaming next week. Peace out, everybody.